Geeks this way. Hey there, we are live, and it looks like we are in the Grand Canyon. Can you believe that? Hi everyone, I'm Jim.
And I'm Chris.
And we're Geeks on Tour. And we had to do something while we were here. You know, we were trying to make lemonade out of lemons.
I think we did a pretty good job.
I think so too.
We had planned on being near Albuquerque this weekend and doing one of our regular shows.
I'm live.
But the RV had different ideas.
Well, yeah, we heard a bang as we were traveling east on I-40, and it was a few minutes later that a light came on the dash, and it said we were
In trouble
and get off the road. Yeah, it was a drag, but we have Good Sam.
It's amazing how in the middle of nowhere you can call emergency road service. In our case, we have Good Sam.
And we had an internet, or we had at least a phone connection. It wasn't internet, but we could make the call. They had to send a tow truck out from Kingman. We were halfway between Kingman and Flagstaff, and so they sent a tow truck out. The guy came out. His name was Dennis. He was very good, and it was
and he towed us into Seligman, which is in the middle of nowhere, or Seligman.
Yeah.
But they do have a good diesel repair shop, so that's where it is. It's waiting for parts. It's actually a fairly minor issue, but it's still going to cost a bunch of money, and parts have to come from a ways away. So we had the weekend with nothing to do.
Well, we figured out something. So we made a call, and there's a train that runs from Williams up here to the Grand Canyon. And we didn't know if we'd be able to do it. This is, happy Easter, by the way. An Easter holiday weekend. And we weren't sure that we would actually be able to do this. But
not only did we get tickets for the train and the fancy dome car with the view, but we also got an overnight at the El Tovar Hotel, which is the main hotel in the Grand Canyon Village. So we are just loving it. We made lemonade out of lemons.
We sure did. And it's great. But today we'd like to show you a couple of the things that we have been doing this time, and it's all about cameras and pictures and using Google Photos and the tools that we use. So Chris, where do you want to start?
Well, I'm not exactly sure. I just know that I was taking so many pictures and starting to feel guilty. You know, I say, here I am in this beautiful place. Aren't I supposed to just sit and enjoy it?
And yeah, we've done some of that.
We have, but no, I have to take a picture. I have to take a picture. And then I have to try a picture with a different setting. And I have to try a picture with a different camera. So I kind of drive myself crazy. But I've been thinking about it. And that's what gives me joy. I just love taking pictures and then looking at them and making them better.
So it's not taking pictures, it's making pictures.
And what blows me away is how many. There was a time when you didn't take any pictures.
I took a few pictures this time. It was fun.
Yeah. So let me start with you. Can I just turn it around and I'll hold it and you show the different cameras and what you use them for?
Sure.
So, for example, yeah, you're taking some videos with the GoPro.
Right, the GoPro, my new GoPro, has a gimbal holder for it, and I can control it with the buttons here on it, and I can start and stop it with the red button, and I can take video, and it's on the gimbal.
And now you got that gimbal because of it came with your drone, right?
It came with the Karma drone.
But you can buy them separately?
Yes, you can, and we could.
All right.
But look how smooth, and we'll show you some of the video that it's taken. It is just really phenomenal because it'll take very nice video.
Okay.
So that's one thing. I also have my Samsung camera that has a really nice lens. So look at that lens, and it has a zoom. I took some pictures with that zoom, and let me turn around here and shoot out there.
I don't know that we can really see.
No,
And
probably
especially,
can't see
even
it.
though we do have a fairly good Verizon connection, it's still telling me poor connection. So I don't know how good this is looking.
But yeah,
And you
can't really see it.
can't
But
really see it.
this camera and lens has really given me some nice pictures. And it's an Android tablet. That's something that really is amazing. So when it does have an internet connection, I can, where is it? There we go. I can upload these pictures directly to Google Photos, and that's really, really cool.
And you have the Google Photos app on there so that you can play with making them look better right away.
Absolutely.
Which is my problem. So I do still have my digital SLR, $1,000 camera, nice lens.
And it's a good camera.
It's a very good camera, and I still use it, but I like using the Android or the iPhone better.
Yeah.
I really do. For a couple of, the main reason is because you have so many more options and you can see them right in the screen. Yes, I have a lot of options with this camera, but I usually just leave it on P. So I've been taking a lot with my iPhone. And the thing to know about the iPhone is you don't have to use the camera app that came with it. So I've been playing with this one called Pro HDR.
We can't see that
Yeah,
either.
You can't see that.
Pro HDR, though, is the app.
Pro HDR, right. And we'll show you some examples then later, obviously, of what that does. But how do you do justice to something like this?
Check it out.
My first advice is you can't. Don't even try. I have, well, I don't, not don't even try, but I have no intention of being a professional photographer. A professional photographer would spend hours and hours setting up one shot and take hundreds of the one shot. But I do want it to be the best that I can make it with. And to me, that's kind of two things. HDR is one of them. HDR is what gives more depth and richness to the picture. Now, on this camera, how I've done HDR is the setting that will take 3 shots in a row. Normal Google Photos, it puts them together to one photo, which is very, very rich because it's 3 photos together. But I can't see that, because and all variations of the telephoto, because on the phones you have kind of a 1 or 2. The second thing is speed, though. Like when we were hiking along the trail, I could have the camera just around my neck. I see a picture, I pick it up, and I shoot. Ooh. So easy. The smartphone, you have to fiddle with it, and then it might be too bright that you can't see the screen. So 2 reasons to still have a regular camera, a digital SLR, for speed and for telephoto. Other than that, I like the Android or the iPhone better. I really, really do. And stay tuned to geeksontour.com, and we will show you bunches of examples. Does anybody have any questions?
Well, we have a very bad connection now. See you later.
We should probably redo this in the recording mode rather than the live mode, so that
Okay.
you get it.
We'll try and do that.
We're trying different things all the time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.